Voltex is a brand that makes accessories for trading cards. So trading cards like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, and then also sports cards, baseball cards, NFL cards, that sort of thing. So we make anything that people would use to protect their collection or protect their cards during play. So from a binder like this, which holds cards, to a deck box like this, which holds cards when you're going off to play at a games night. So we started in 2017. Okay. There are 4 founders. Everyone has a trading card background, so either collectors or players. First product was this one right here. It was a little plastic deck box, so a very simple product for storing trading cards. Our first order we ordered, I think we all grouped in together, the 4 of us, and we put a couple of £1,000 in each, and we ordered one pallet of stock from China. Unloaded it, checked it all ourselves, packaged it, listed it, and we started with the very basic plastic products that you saw there. From then, it's just grown every order. So we started bringing in containers in 2017, and now we probably bring in one or two containers a month into the US and 1 container a month into the UK. Okay, so our biggest sellers are these premium binders. That's what we're best known for. There's probably a range of about 50 SKU now, and across 6 colorways. So yeah, a few hundred different products, all aimed at people who like trading cards. This is a deck box. So magnetic lid. Take the lid off, put it on the bottom there. So when you're playing a game, it keeps it out of the way. And this would be storing your deck of cards. So in a deck of cards, you'd have 60 to 100. Or different cards depending on which game you're playing. So these are Pokemon cards. So yeah, people when they go along to play a game, either at their local game store or at a competition, they would take a deck box, take their sleeve their deck, and then take this along to play. So you have the binder, you have the deck box, then you also have the sleeves. So people will use sleeves both for protection, but also during gameplay, you must not be able to see what the card is. So you have these coloured backs that obscure what's on the back of the card. So then when you're playing, there's no way you could be accused of cheating, I suppose. So London Card Show, that's going to be, they do a show every quarter. So this one's in May. London Card Show started about 5 years ago, I want to say. And back then it was a school playing hall. It was very small, maybe 30, 40 tables, maybe 100 people attending. We came on board with them as a sponsor, probably on their 3rd event. And since then, we've seen tremendous growth with them as well. So they've gone from a few hundred people to a few thousand now. And with that, warrants a bigger stand, more investment from us to have a space that is befitting of the Voltex brand.
Hi, my name is Tracy and I'm a design consultant here at Quadrant 2 Design.
Hello, my name's Emilio. I'm a CAD designer, part of the CAD team here at Quadrant 2 Design.
From the first point of contact with Chris via email, they were very interested. So they're excited to see what can come from what they had in mind. And then Pete showed us his sketch, which, like I said to him, I have seen worse. So, and from that, we could already see which way they were going. But the main aspect was to showcase one of their folders.
Well, as Tracy said, they had a very clear idea of the features and the general layout of the stand that they would like. So it was really about adapting our modular system to their concept. And luckily, as it's very flexible, we were able to meet most of their needs with what we've done. So that with some of the other features was slightly challenging, but we got there in the end.
It looks amazing. It's very exciting. As we were walking across the top, we got a glimpse of it coming down, and it looks great, especially the giant binder here. Okay. I think all of our customers and fans are going to see it and want a picture with it, and yeah, I think they'll be really excited to see it. So it's been really good. Yeah, I've really enjoyed every meeting that we've had so far. Has been Very nice, felt very comfortable. Yeah, it's been a great experience. So just being able to come here and see it, knowing that this is what it's going to be like when we get to the show is just great. Yeah, really helpful.
We're at the London Card Show, just on the outskirts of London. It's a show for collectors of sports cards and Pokemon cards, One Piece cards. I think there's about 4,500 people here today. There's about 300 vendors. So yeah, we're here today, meeting the fans, meeting the community, having a good time. So at our stand today, we have something called a pack battle. So a pack battle is something quite well known in our industry. That's where some people will open a pack of cards against each other, and they'll look through those cards, and whoever gets the best cards gets to win and keep all the cards. So today we've had lots of people coming to our stand, queuing up. In other events, our stand has been very linear, like just a line of our stand. And when we have that, we don't have as much space as we have with this stand. And so the flow of the stand doesn't work as well. So in previous events, you'd have these choke points around the stand where people would come in, queue, and then we'd want to take a picture of them, but we would then be holding up the next person to come in to open their pack. So with this stand, we have more of a flow. So we have people who are queuing around one side. Whilst they're queuing, we have things for them to look through. There's little peepholes so they can look through to where the pack battles are happening, keep them interested whilst they're queuing, a bit of queue entertainment. And then they come round and they do their pack opening there. They come into this area, they're being photographed, having their photograph taken. And then if they have a good card, they can also trade it with a large binder we have filled with lots of good cards. So yeah, people coming here just to have a bit of fun and open some packs for us. People are constantly moving through the stand. It prevents there being any choke points, and it keeps the queue moving so people don't get disinterested or bored waiting to come and have some fun. In the modern world where so much of commerce is done online, and we're an online business, it's really important for us to come to these events where we can actually meet the customers and have these physical touch points with them, and have these interactions where they can come interact with our brand and leave with a really positive feeling and hopefully a positive memory of that interaction with the brand. It's good for us in general. It's not a direct sale to them. We're not selling anything, but if they come and have fun with us, they have a good memory. Next time they're thinking of buying something that we sell, they're more likely to come to our brand rather than the competitor. So we wanted to be doing some larger shows in the UK and in Europe and ultimately in America. So we will use the same stand design here, but this stand has been made so that we can do different things there. So for this setup, we're using it for the pack battles. We have a table and chairs. For other events, we may have a place where you can come and personalize your binders. So again, we have an area where people can do that. Or in other events where they're more player focused towards players of card games, we might have a mini tournament or something going on. So the future is to take this stand to other events and do quite varied things at them, not always the pack battles. Hopefully we'll always use this stand or a variation of this stand reconfigured for the same purpose. So this stand has been built to be modular. It's something that Quadrant specialise in, this modular stand build. So this wall behind us can be moved and put anywhere, and we can also shorten this stand or keep it at this is the largest setting, but we can also make it smaller if we're at an event where we want a smaller space. We came to Quadrant with a brief, with quite an interesting brief, because we wanted this stand that could be reconfigured with the same design but reconfigured. We also came to them with quite a short lead time. We knew we had this event, so Quadrant had to deliver it in, I think it was 11 weeks, and they managed to do that. So from our first meeting at the office, it was obvious that this is a company that this is their bread and butter. They know this industry inside and out, and there was no fears that they weren't going to be able to deliver. And also being a local company to us, it was nice to actually be able to go and see the team and see the showroom there, and just really made us feel in safe hands. I think it shows our brand to be in a good light. It shows us to be a good brand, a professional brand, exciting brand. So yes, 100%. It's a real step up from what we've done at past events. Well, as you can see, it's It's a great stand. I really like the giant binder behind us because it's I think it's a good centerpiece. It draws the eye. It's colourful, and it works quite cleverly because we're not doing anything too complicated. We're using the contours of the stand design to make this look like a giant binder. So yeah, I really like that. When we thought about this vision for it on paper, and you know, you're always concerned whether that vision is actually going to come to life in reality. But when we first saw this and I saw that binder, I was blown away because I think it looks great. It looks like a giant binder.
It's very, very cool, especially the big binder.
The binder, because it's, you know, in all the time being here, I haven't had a stand that has had a feature like that is, you know, totally movable, you know, in different sections. And I mean, it replicates their binders. I mean, you know, if you look at it, you almost want to touch it to feel the texture because it looks like their actual binders.